What's going on, you guys? Slim here. You guys already know, new format. BANLIST is absolutely crazy, but your boy didn't get hit, so you know we got to keep normal summoning it for another year, and it's freaking awesome. You guys already know for the first deck profile, I have to update the deck that I just absolutely love, and I could care less if people say anything about normal summoning Alistair. We're going to do it till we can't do it no more. No hits to Meltdown, deck is safe, and I'm just going to keep playing it because the deck is still super strong. Even with the slight little slaps on the wrist, we lost, what, 1 Fusion Destiny and 1 Nadir? That's fine. We can still completely play this deck, and yeah, I'm going to show you guys my updated build. Super streamlined, but honestly, at the beginning of a new format, it's the best way to go, so hopefully you guys do enjoy. You guys already know, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, leave a comment, leave a emoji, leave anything. It helps the algorithm. If you're shopping for cards, TCG player links in the description below, along with a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste no more time. Let's get into it. So you guys already know, DOGMATIKA Invoked with Shaddoll monsters, just one of the best decks. It won the last remote duel YCS. Shout out to my boy Joe. He brought it home, and I mean the deck is still insane with a few changes we had to make. But of course, triple your boy Alistair the Invoker. You guys already know. Always gonna play 3. Gonna keep normal summoning it probably till the end of time. 3 copies of Meltdown. I'm not gonna lie, when the list came out, I really expected to see this hit because of how massive the list was. The fact that they didn't hit Meltdown was actually crazy to me, just because it's been around for so long. Like, hitting Alistair is stupid, like it really is. This really is the card. Like, they can't respond. Like, this card is just absolutely insane, but I mean, they're gonna give us 3. I'm gonna keep playing 3. And then of course 2 Invocation, that hasn't changed. And then of course the 1 of Terraforming to get to our Meltdown, to get to our Alistair. None of that has ever changed. It probably won't change, or maybe next list it will change and we'll be playing 2 Meltdowns, so who knows. So DOGMATIKA's for sure 3 Ecclesia. I know in past lists I played 2 copies. I've even at one point played 1 copy. For sure 3 is correct. Now with Nadir, now with Nadir to 2, it's just for consistency. You just want to be able to hard draw Ecclesia. You can do a lot of just simple plays getting into DPE because Verde didn't get hit, which is, I mean, bonkers too. So this deck is still super safe. You just want to play it though. You want to open it. Alistair plus this is just combo, so it's crazy. And then still the 1 floor. I just really like this card. Like, even when you hard draw it, if you hard draw this with Alistair, making an all Mirage, specialing it, and then going into Verde into DPE is still really solid. Ending on Macabre DPE is solid. I just like it just as the 1 of, and it's also just a good negate when it does come up. And then Maximus, this card is still a house. This card will always be a house. We don't care if you're playing the targets or not. Like, you can play around it. You can, you just set up for it. You prepare for it. This card is just insane. And at 1, it's perfect. The new change, we had to go down to 2. Unfortunately, the consistency got hit just slightly, but since we're playing 3 Ecclesia anyway, I mean, I didn't feel there was need to really just add anything. Like, there was nothing else that, there was no other DOGMATIKA card I wanted to play. I'm still playing the 1 of Punishment. I felt like there was no reason to add anything else. I think that this engine is perfectly fine just with 2 Nadir Servant. I know in Master Duel it's at 1. I was trying to build the deck. If it ever goes to 1, like, we might just have to incorporate more Shaddolls, but I think with the slight tap on the wrist of 3 Nadir to 2, I think it's still perfectly fine. So I think this engine is fine as is. If you want, excuse me, you can always just add another copy of Punishment. And then I do have the Schism, of course. I mean, this is just standard. It's basically a DOGMATIKA card at this point. Right, and then of course we're still playing the Fusion Destiny engine. Had to go down from 3 to 2, that's perfectly fine, and you still play the Celestial and the Dasher. They're still the best targets, especially for this deck. The draw is super important, and then the Dasher effect comes up a lot. Like, sometimes if they banish your DPE, you can still revive Dasher. It's still a 2100 beat stick, that's pretty important. Not only that, sometimes like you can just hard draw a monster and just special summon it with Dasher, and I mean, it's just nuts. You can just put game on board, so Dasher is still definitely just the right target for this deck. I know in other decks they play Plasma, but it's definitely not needed in this particular deck. But as you guys can see, nothing's really changed. Like, the few hits on the wrist really didn't do anything. Now, where I did change a couple things though, since we are in the start of a new format, we don't know what the best decks are going to be. We can predict, and of course time will tell. We do not have any real IRL events coming up with this new list just yet, but we do have to go based off of any of the remotes and online or anything like that. But for the hand traps, I decided to keep it extremely simple, and I decided to do just Ashes, Veilers, and Imperms. So originally these were Nadirs for the YCS. I think I even had Droll in the main deck just because I felt like the Bird Up deck was going to be everywhere. I felt like the mirror match was going to be everywhere, but then of course the event got canceled, and with our new list and stuff, I moved Nibiru more to the side deck because I felt like it was just, we don't know how combo heavy this format will be. You can always just swap the Veilers out for back for Nibiru's. I just felt that Valor, the fact that, you know, it's light from Makaba, you can normal summon it and turn it into All Mirage, the fact that, you know, it is just another way to negate something, I just felt it was more solid and it had more synergy with the deck. So just for the time being, I decided to go with just this baseline hand trap lineup. Again, it's the start of the format. Things will probably change, you know, as the format continues to establish itself. And then just for power spells, we've still got the 3-pot. I mean, now with Nadir from 3 to 2, like, at least Prosperity, you know, you never banish 6 in this deck, so you banish 3, like, you just try to dig for the piece you're missing, so it's still pretty solid. There have been times I haven't been a fan of this card, to be honest. I feel the extra deck is super important, but I feel like when you need to get to the rest of your engine and it can solidify your board, I feel like it just outweighs the reason to play it, so it's definitely the correct card to play in this deck. And then I am still playing the 3 droplets, so again, I don't know what the format will fully be. I've heard a lot of people saying, you know, of course, with 3 skill drain, Eldritch decks are going to be everywhere, so Droplet's not that good. However, there are, you know, still Tri-Brigade decks, there's still the Mirror Match, there's still a lot of things, and Droplet is just insane, being able to normal Alistair. They try to hit it, you chain Droplet, you negate something, Alistair resolves, you know, there's other things like that that can happen, and Droplet is just really solid. Like, you got to be able to break those boards. We don't know what those boards will be. Like, the Bird Up deck did get hit, but they will still have plays. Tri-Zoo, other decks will still have plays, so I feel like Droplet is just still really solid. If you don't have these, or you know, at your disposal, you can just play Forbidden Chalice. I like Chalice too. Chalice was another card I was considering for this first list, but it's probably something that, you know, I'll just test more within the format. And then for the last 3 ups, I did put Call by the Grave back in the deck. I didn't have it in here at first. I think for my YCS build, I didn't have it in here, but I think the card's still solid. I mean, there's going to be hand traps regardless in every format, so Call by is just really solid. It's good going first, good going second, so card's solid. And then for sure, this has to be in the main deck. 3 skill drain is terrifying. Honestly, I even contemplated putting Cosmic Cyclones in the main deck. Again, I don't know how popular Eldritch is going to be. I think it's going to be pretty popular because skill drain at 3 is just ridiculous, so you got to have an out to it. Like, you got to have a way to just like blow it out, because yeah, you're gonna get blown out by skill drain. So Duster's definitely a card, you know, that's like a catch-all for that. Again, Cosmics might make it into the main deck as well once the format you know, establishes itself, but I think Duster's solid for now, and I think it's better than Lightning Storm, because obviously, like, we're gonna have face-up cards, but you know, something we could always side is Lightning Storms for the back row decks and whatnot. And then I am playing the 1 Mind as the 40th card. For some reason, this card still exists. I'm only playing the 1 copy. It gives me another going second card. I don't use this as a win condition. You basically just put this down, and then you just get to your pieces, and then you can get rid of this, and then you can just go off. Like, you can literally slap Meltdown over this and just go. It just can buy you that time when you don't have the best of hands or you're trying to fight through a board. Yes, it can be a degenerate win condition, but I mean, that's just the game sometimes. And yeah, just the 1 copy in there to round out the deck at 40 cards. So that's it for the main deck, and we'll just go into the extra deck. The extra deck is exactly the same. Not even gonna lie to you, so we're gonna breeze through it. For the Invoke monsters, it's literally the 2 Invoked Makaba, the 1 Invoked Purgatrio. I am still playing the Invoked Raijin, so again, I don't know how prevalent the wind statue is going to be, but I'm being prepared for it. I also really like Raijin. I think Raijin's effect when you have Meltdown on board to be able to book a monster and they can't respond is absolutely insane. Like, it was so good against Prank Kids. It's good against a lot of decks. You can just turn off a lot of plays, like their XYZ plays, their Synchro plays. Like, you have a lot of options with Raijin at your disposal. So I personally really like it. If I were to ever cut it, it might be for a second Winda just to have, you know, in case my first Winda gets dealt with. But I mean, for now, I'm still keeping the Raijin in there. Then I've got, of course, Agades. I love this card. I think this card's just great. Of course, I got DPE. This card's busted. I don't know how much longer Fusion Destiny, you know, if on the next list it'll go to 1 or get banned, but for now, DPE is really, really solid. For the Shaddoll monsters, I've got, of course, just the main 3. Like, you just play 1 App Cologne, 1 Construct, and 1 Winda. Again, possibly might make a second Winda if in testing Raijin doesn't come up as much, or if I don't see the Wind statue as much. But again, I do like the versatility it adds. So just those 3 for now. Of course, the 1 of Titaniclad and the 1 of Entis, these are just basically Nadir targets. This just helps you get, you know, like your floor if you haven't drawn it. And this just for the pop is really solid with punishment pop 2, so it's pretty nice. And then the links, the same standard links. We do play the All Mirage and the Secure Gardener. That's literally because of Maximus. And we're still playing Verde because for some reason this card didn't get dealt with, so we're still playing it. Card's insane. And then last but not least, we are playing the Omega because it is another awesome target for Nadir. It helps you recycle your cards and basically just never deck out and just be able to recycle. If you recycle this and Entis every turn, like, you just have like pops for days, so it's pretty crazy. So yeah, but that's the deck, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button if you did. Let me know your thoughts. Super standard build for the new format, and we'll definitely be keeping up with it as the format progresses, but hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and a special thanks to all my patrons. It's because of you, after all these years, I'm still able to make this type of content. Hopefully you guys will check out some of the videos that are suggested here for you, and just remember, you guys, it's not just a game, it's a lifestyle. Thanks for watching.